Should you use an electric fillet knife to fillet a salmon? We just recently asked a poll on our YouTube channel to see who likes to use a regular fillet knife or an electric. We got a great Coho from today that we want to show you guys just how the results look. So we are going to dive into this question of what is better to use, a regular fillet knife or an electric. We got a 9-inch bubble blade straight edge fillet knife. One of my favorites. Had this thing for years and years and years. And it works great. I love it. And you'll see here, very straightforward, cutting down and keeping your angle. Your fillet is going to come out really, really nice. Just like you see. Gosh, I love Coho. They are so awesome out of the salt. Just pristine fish. Now, an electric fillet knife is a little bit different, right? It has oscillating blades that cut and do all the work for you. It really is a different aspect. Now, you guys for walleye and panfish have been doing this for years. Just look at that. Like butter, I'm barely pushing at all, and that's cutting for me. Versus where a regular straight edge, you have to apply all the pressure to push that across. So, dang thing is paper thin there on what's left. Does a great job on both. What do you guys think? You comment below. Have you guys ever done this before? Using an electric fillet knife for salmon? Well, you compare the two. Look at them. Not only is it a great fish, quality meat, but those cuts are very, very similar. And if you didn't know what we were testing, you may not be able to tell the difference. But I would say there's a fine bit of detail between the straight edge there up top and the electric on the bottom. And that difference is slightly just in the cut pattern of the fish. You can kind of see where the blades are a little more rotational versus the straight edge. Is that a bad thing? No. Does it affect the fish? No. Well, what I wanted to show you too is just another use of this. I played around a lot with the electric fillet knife last year. My biggest takeaway was time saving. When you have 16 pinks to fillet with a whole family, that's kind of annoying to some extent of how much time that can take. Now, my immediate reaction to all that with the electric when I did it was the time that I saved myself. Normally at 16 fish might take an hour or two. I did and processed those 16 fish in a matter of just under a half an hour. It really made a difference for me on the quantity of fish that we were doing at one time. So that's something to take into consideration. Now, what are the cost differences between electric and a straight edge? And of course, it varies all over. This video is showcasing a Walmart $15 electric fillet knife. A Bubba blade, anywhere between $50 to $80. You can get electric fillet knives that are upwards of $100 for a cordless, battery operated. But this 4 that I'm showing you right here was processed by that electric, and it looks pretty dang good for what it is. Cannot complain. When you're processing a ton of fish, it's just a great way to do it. That's my thought. Let me know yours below. Would you ever use an electric fillet knife? Is it worth investing in? Here's another example of a regular fillet knife. This happens to be a folding version, but the principle is the same. You got a flexible blade that you get to control with your hand. You have a lot more ability for precision, a lot more ability to control the cut. That makes it, in a lot of cases, easier on a trained individual to get the results you want, especially when you're cutting the rib bones off. I'd say the straight edge is going to be really, really helpful in doing so. You tell me, and we'll see you on the next one.